Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Sammy Plans. In today's video, I am going to be sharing and setting up my notes pages in my 2026 MäksēLife flagship planner. So if that sounds like fun, sit back, relax, and let's get planning. So here is my planner. I've done a flip through of this, and I've also been showing how I've been setting it up for January 2026 with my goals. But today we are going to be setting up the notes pages in my planner, and I like to sprinkle notes pages throughout the planner, and so that's what we're gonna do today. And so I used to be really creative and have the time to make these really pretty hand-drawn charts and doodles and lists and all the things in my planner for my notes pages. And since becoming a mom and not having all the time in the world, I decided to get on Canva and I made my own notes pages. And so I just sized it to be a 7x9 page, and then I made it, and then I printed it out on sticker paper, and then I kind of just cut them down to size, and some of them I cut a little too small, but we will fix that in a minute. And now I have notes pages. So my first two notes pages are I have this rotating menu for dinners. Being excuse me, a working mom, the question what is for dinner is like my least favorite question, especially from being a teacher. I am so overwhelmed and I get asked so many questions in a day, and I have to make so many choices in a day, that when it gets to be dinner time, that's the last thing I want to be asked. And so just having a plan and a rotating menu of what I know my family will enjoy and will eat is really nice to have. And so I have curated a 4-week, like I said, rotating menu with different items. And I also have a spot where I have some snacks. So snacks that I want to keep on hand for my family. And then I also have a list of more summer like dinners that we can replace with some of these, like soup night. Probably don't want to eat soup in the middle of July. It's pretty hot. And so we could do something else like hot dogs or BLTs or whatever. We can just fill that in. But having this list is going to be a game changer. And then this is my food fitness focus list. And so up top right here in this section, I have my workouts for the day. So every day I want to have a 20 to 30 minute walk, and then my strength training Monday through Friday, and it's a different workout. And then Saturday I'm just either going to do my walk or some type of yoga, and then Sunday is a rest day. And then kind of like my rotating menu for dinners, I have one for breakfast and for lunch. And this is more for me during the school year, so I know what to have on hand. But I really do love having some sort of little menu that I can refer to, and I can meal prep, get things ready during the weekend, and so we're good to go. So anyways, we're gonna hurry and stick these down. So I'm just gonna peel it like this and then we'll stick it. But I really like making my own notes pages. That was one fun thing that I have enjoyed doing the past couple weeks, is figuring out what I really want my notes pages to look like. And one thing that definitely spoke to me is I wanted them to reflect my goals, where I want to be in 2026. And so you're going to notice that after watching all my goal setting videos, that these are all focused around certain things that I really want to focus on, like health or like fun reading stuff, just things like that. And so since I cut this one a little too short, I am going to just use some washi tape, just kind of cover up the numbers. And I decided to use this page just because it's up front in my planner. It's not a page I typically use in my planner because 2026 is the current year, it's happening, and so I'm not going to be writing anything here. If anything, I'm going to be writing it in the actual months. And so that's why I was like, well, we can do these pages. And I like this gold stripy washi that I found. It's really cute. I really wish MäksēLife had a gold coil. That would be really fun. But silver is nice too. Okay, so we're just gonna stick this down. And that way it's in the front of my planner. I can just refer to it. I don't have to always flip to the back because this is something I feel like that I'm going to be referring to a lot in at least the first couple months as I'm getting into the routine of like what I am doing. But anyway, I do want to show you. I already made these, but using the Hand Can Plan Advent calendar stickers, I made little joy lists for each season, and I just put them at the end of each quarterly check-in. And so this is what they look like, and I think they're super cute. I tried to keep them simple, things that I could do with my kids or by myself, or I don't know, just fun things. But there's the spring one, and then we have summer and autumn, and then winter. I put that right here. And so I had a hard time deciding where I wanted winter, if I wanted it in the front of the planner by January, because this is a combination of things I can do in January, February, and December, because I feel like those are more wintry months. And then March, April, May is spring, June, July, August is summer, and then September, October, November is autumn. But I decided to put it in the back because then they all have the same type of paper and they look a little bit more cohesive. But I love how those turned out, and then as I complete them, I'll just do a little check mark and it will be a fun time. But now the rest of my notes pages are going to be in the back of the planner. I am going to keep the 2027 yearly overview open. In some years I've covered it, but this year I'm going to keep it, and I have a running list already of things that are going to be happening. It's really just more like work, school related things, and we are going to do my workout stuff first. And so I thought it would be fun to have two types of trackers. This first one, I called it Girl Look at That Body, and it's just a fun tracker to see how my body changes over the next 12 months really. And so every month I'm going to take a picture of myself, and I was thinking of like doing it in the same outfit every month to kind of see how things change. But that's what that is. So it's more like a visual tracker. And then This is like an actual weight loss tracker, but I've attached room boards to each thing. And so for every pound, I will color in a square. And then once I get to 10 pounds lost, I get some new sort of stationery type thing. Maybe it's pens, or maybe I go buy like a sticker book or a new washi, or I don't know, just whatever I need at that moment. And then we work on it again, and then 20 pounds, I get a new water bottle. And then 30 pounds is a new workout set. 40 pounds is new pajamas. 50 pounds is new jeans. 60 pounds is new jewelry. I'm gonna splurge a little with that jewelry. 70 pounds is new shoes. 80 pounds is a reasonable shopping spree. Because at that point, I definitely will need new clothes. And then 90 pounds, I thought it'd be fun to do a self photo shoot. And so just book a photographer, go somewhere and take some pictures of myself, and just celebrate this wellness journey that I'm on. I think it'd be really cool to say that I did this in a year, but I also want to be realistic and know that that might not happen, and that's okay. And so I'm trying to be positive and realistic about everything, just because it might take me longer than a year, but if it does, then I'll just reprint the tracker and we'll start where we're at and keep going. That's really the only mindset that I have with that. And so I feel like this one that I'm working on, the girl look at your body with the pictures, I could definitely fill that one up and kind of celebrate myself. I made these trackers actually a couple of years ago, because my goal in 2024, the beginning of the year, was this. I wanted to lose weight. But then I found out that I was pregnant, and then, well, my husband and I talked about having another baby, and I decided that's what I needed to do. And so obviously weight loss journey turned into pregnancy journey. And so now that we have our son, I am feeling content with my family situation. We are going to focus on myself, and I'm gonna do this again. I really wish I could show the heart washi, but it covers it up. Maybe I have an idea. I just want to add some color to these pages. I did them black and white because I know I'm coloring in stuff or adding pictures, and so there is gonna be color eventually, but I want some color to begin with. I need to be careful because the sticker paper is really not that forgivable. So maybe I don't know how to wanna cover up the words either. What if I just did this? This might look dumb. But I really like Swashi. I like the hearts. I like the self-love. Cute. That's fun. Yeah, so every month I'll do one of those, and then over here we will put in this weight loss tracker, which I will just color each square with like a colored pencil or something. Maybe I'll do like a rainbow pattern. I don't know. We'll do something fun though. And then we'll have our rewards. So there is that. And then these two ones are going to be my scripture trackers. And so this is going to be my Bible one. I have not read the Bible in its entirety. And I want to start that. So my goal is to read the Old Testament this year. And my church is actually going to be studying the Old Testament. And so I think it's perfect. I can just follow along with the study guide. And then color in the books as we go. And then same with this Book of Mormon. I want to read the Book of Mormon again. I haven't read it in a while, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really read my scriptures at all in a while. How crazy everything has been. So I definitely want to prioritize scripture study in 2026. But these are super cute. And they'll be super fun to look at once they're all colored in. Okay, now for my favorite trackers. It's my reading trackers. So I made these little bookshelves, but I thought it would be fun instead of like having the book bindings like this, and you just color in the book or you write the title of the book. Have them like this so I can use my zip printer and print the book covers of the books that I read in 2026. And I have this one book washi. So I don't know. I want to do it like that. That looks cool. I have this sticker. I can grab it. And it says, "Shh, I'm reading," but it's too big and it makes me sad because I really want it. I think that's cute. I'm trying to think how many books. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's 24. So I have 48 books. I don't know. Or maybe, no, because it will get covered. Maybe I'll find another place for this. I really like that sticker though. It's so cute. I also have this one washi stickers from my book advent calendar, but I think I'm just going to stick with the washi tape. And maybe I will center them. But I'm only going to do a little bit of washi. Oops, here. Where did my washi cutter go? Oh, over here. So we'll just do it like this. And then I have my little books sticking out. It's gonna be super cute. The worst part is peeling off the back, I swear. Oh my goodness. There. That one's cute. And then I'll do the same thing over here. The one thing I really like about making these is just how simple they are. I did really enjoy being able to like sit down and like make note pages back in my younger years. When I had more time on my hands, it was very therapeutic just to sit here and I'd watch YouTube videos or listen to music, and I would just make or draw, make and draw all of my notes pages, and it was so much fun. But I feel like this is just as fun, just in a different way, and I just love how simple it is. I feel like with the other way of doing things, it would get overcomplicated sometimes. And if I'm being honest, I didn't really ever use them as much as I would have liked. So there's the good and the bad of notes pages. So for this last one, I am going to do this cute book of the year book bracket, because I think this is super amazing. So I have this. So then for each quarter, I'm going to write my favorite books that I'm going to read. And then I'll write the best of each quarter. And then they'll show down each other. And then we'll decide our book of the year in December. And it's going to be so much fun. I do kind of want to add a little tidbit about books. I am going to be doing a I'm trying to think how to word this, a book club. And so if you are interested in joining my book club, it's going to be on Instagram, and so you want to follow me on Instagram. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I am going to be sharing what books I'm going to be reading each month. I have about 4 books each month that I'm going to be reading. And then I will just be sharing my thoughts about them, and I don't know, just having book conversations on Instagram. But I thought that it would be fun to do something like that and kind of just have fun with all of that. I have an idea. I'm gonna do that here. But anyways, so if you want to join, I recommend you do. I'm gonna be sharing more information on Instagram. I'm gonna be fully transparent for myself because I love a good theme. It is gonna be based on the Taylor Swift eras, because now there's 12 eras and there's 12 months in a year. But the books are all just fun books, and so it's a book that you want to read. Even if you're not a big Taylor Swift fan, you can still do it and still read, and you won't need to worry about any of the Taylor Swift connections, and it will be fine. For example, in January, the era is going to be Reputation, and one of the books I'm going to be reading is The Housemaid. And so if you want to read The Housemaid, we can read it together, and it'll be so much fun. But I thought it'd be fun to read The Housemaid, and then since the movie is coming out, or by the time this video goes up, it is already out in theaters, take myself on a little solo date and go see that movie. And so anyways, that's what it's gonna look like. But I really like this. This is cute. One thing I forgot is I know somewhere up here I was gonna add one more notes page. Here's this notes page too that I made. And I'm gonna write my win for each month, or like something that happened. It's just like your monthly updates or something. I don't know, but I thought that would be fun. There's my station board. Where is it? Here it is. So can't get it now. I made a cleaning tracker because my life is crazy and I need to clean my house more and be on top of that. And so I have this. I have my daily stuff that I'm gonna do, and then weekly things that need to be done, and then for each week that I complete all of these things, I will color in a little square. Well, I just saw there's a typo. That needs to be a 52, not a 51. Oh, you guys. Let me hurry and fix it. How are the twos written? That's a bad two, but it's fine. And then I have a monthly tracker. So for each month, I'm going to clean the fridge, purge our pantry, declutter a room, clean windows, baseboards, and then clean out my car. So anyway, I have this cleaning tracker, and so I also like this little thing I wrote at the bottom. Sorry about the mess. We live here, because that is my life story. But I decided I was gonna sacrifice this page because it was like a brain dump page, and now that I've brain dumped on it and then have made it make sense over here as my goals, I am gonna cover it up with this and make it a little bit more of a functional page again. And so we're gonna stick that on there, and there we go. So there is my cleaning note page, and that is it, you guys. Let me flip through all of them one more time. So I have my meals and fitness stuff, and cleaning, and then we went through all of the joy lists that I'm going to be doing, and then our more fitness and wellness, scripture study, bookshelves, and a reading challenge / a book of the year bracket. And so lots of fun things. I love just being able to use stickers now for my notes pages, and being able to utilize Canva to help me get all the ideas out of my head onto a page, and then just printing it on sticker paper. It definitely is a lifesaver. Let me know how you do notes pages, or if you like to use your notes pages. I know we're all different. There's some years where I'm like, they're just gonna be blank and I'm gonna use them as just writing pages, and then some years like, no, I want to utilize them as like trackers and things like that. So definitely depends on the year, but let me know down in the comments below how you use your notes pages. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my planning content here on YouTube. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.